going on, Conscious Crew? It's your favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You guys already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, go ahead and thumbs up the video until it's absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. Also, shout out to all of the new subbies. We are at 53,000 subscribers and counting. Teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you all for being here. Also, make sure that you guys hit the notification bell so that you never miss a day or an hour when the king is in fact kanging. And all donation information is in the description box below. $ Cash App, $ Consciouztv on Cash App, or paypal.me/Consciouztv, spelled just how it is here on the platform. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your Twitter, the dark side of Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you and Fat Lay the like. Just let them boys know that we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me go ahead and speak to the Conscious Crew who are in the building. What's going on, Denitria? Hey, Destiny. Hey, Kimani. Hey, Linda. Hey, Shauna. What's going on, Carolyn? Hey, Apple. Hey, TW. What's going on, Mika? Hey, Ambi. Hey, Sandra. Ashley. What's going on, Trevor? Hi, Ken. What's going on, Perry? Hey, Ian Gardner. Hey, y'all. All right, so we got a few church announcements to get into before we get into tonight's commentary, girl. We have another live stream coming at 8. You guys need to be there, girl, because it's been going down in the courthouse between Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Fraud Radio, girl. Okay, we're going to be getting into the things at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you guys go to the community wall and make sure you set your reminder. Go ahead and thumbs up ahead of time so that we can go ahead and get into the shenanigans, girl. We're also going to be spotlighting an amazing artist in the first half of the show. So you guys are in for a treat tonight, all right? Also, you guys also know we're in Patreon doing true crime, politics, and spirituality. You guys know that we have been keeping up with the Carmelo Anthony, Austin McCaff trial that is playing out. If you guys want that coverage, you have to get in Patreon. I've done 2 updates so far. I went live in Patreon this morning, and I went live in Patreon yesterday morning as well to get into updates, girl. It's all type of crazy-ish going on in that case. It's a lot of things going on with the judge. It's a lot of hate, a lot of violence, a lot of gang stalking. It's just a whole mess, child. Like, somebody's might not make it out alive in this damn situation, girl. So to get into all that tea, you got to sign up to Patreon. When I'm live in Patreon, I do post a link to the YouTube community wall so that you guys can get in the building. You have to sign up. It's only $5 a month, and you have access to all of the content that's ever been in Patreon, going all the way back to years ago. All right. Also, turn on your notifications on Patreon, which you have to download the app, but you also get notifications to your email whenever I make a post in Patreon. All right. Also, Auntie Trish, girl, who is a long-term moderator on the platform. You guys keep Auntie Trish in your prayers. Please send her light and love. She's going through some life transitions right now. So please, please, please send Auntie Trish, she's our moderator, T Trisha, some light and love. Okay, keep her in your prayers, and just make sure that God and the ancestors and the holy powers and forces that be are with her as she navigates this next chapter and phase of her life. All right, now let's get into what we're here to get into, child, because it is a lot going on. Okay, it's a lot going on, and yeah, we need to talk about it, girl. So y'all know that Real Housewives of Atlanta has had it going on this season, child. They done had controversy over the ratings. They done had controversy over the shenanigans playing out this season. You guys know that Simon Ass, who was attempting to really cop block Portia's bag when it comes to this season, fucked around and got ratted out, in my opinion, girl, by Portia to Trump, honey. Portia heard the bird call that Trump was out there looking for undocumented immigrants, child, who needed to be on a first-class spirit flight to their native hometown, baby, and she got to calling up ISIS, baby. And now Simon Ass is booked and busy down there to a goddamn FEMA camp, awaiting to be transported to El Salvador, girl, to never be heard from or seen from again, child. So shout out to Portia, baby. That's nasty work to allegedly get your ex-husband, who you in divorce litigations with, child, and defamation litigation with, girl, locked up with ISIS. Also, you guys know a very big storyline that's been playing out has been between newbie Brit Eady and Kenya Moore. You guys know that there was all this kerfuffle during the filming of last year around some alleged inappropriate explicit pictures that Kenya Moore showed at her spa opening. And Kenya additionally denied displaying any inappropriate pictures. Brit Eady also had been alleged to have made some threats against Kenya regarding the GUN. Brit also at that time had denied making those threats. Come to find out, both of them motherfucking heathens was lying. Both them motherfucking asses was lying, girl. Brit definitely made references to a Glock, and Kenya Moore definitely had put on some explicit, inappropriate pictures of Brit Eady. All right. Now, things got even more controversial upon the firing of Kenya Moore as a result of this alleged revenge porn, because it's being alleged that the explicit pictures that Kenya Moore showed were of a teenage Brit. All right. Things got even more complicated when Portia had put out there that another cast member had given Kenya Moore those images. Kenya Moore debunked that. However, well, she didn't debunk that. She refuted that. But then fucked around and turned around. Brit Eady ended up accusing another young lady who is a cast member on Basketball Wives of actually giving Kenya Moore the images that were on display at the spa. Brit claimed that this young lady, I think is what's the lady name, y'all? Something. It's some type of Chinese, some type of Asian, some type of Chung Li. What's the lady name? Hold on. Let me go to Google. Lesbian from Basketball Wives. Let me get this lady name. What's the lesbian child? Hold on. What's that lady name, y'all? What's her name? Somebody know it in the chat. I'm telling you, I'm not going. Hold on, let me see here. Ming Lee. Okay, there you go, girl. Okay, yes, girl. Okay. Brit Eady had called out Ming Lee, okay, and claimed that Ming Lee had opened up to her a few years ago while she was drunk, while they both were drunk at some bar, and told her that she still has those pictures in her phone and she's keeping them from a rainy day. And allegedly, the tension between Brit and Ming Lee is that they both dated Rick Ross. And now people are saying that it was Rick Ross that gave Kenya Moore the damn picture. It's a hot mess, girl. Ming Lee had denied the claimed that yes, she does have some photos, some compromising images of Brit in her phone. However, she's never told Brit that she is saving those images for a rainy day, and she denied allowing anybody to see those images, definitely not Brit Eady. And she also claimed that Brit Eady was definitely a grown-ass woman in the images that she have in her possession, child. All right? So it's a lot of smoking GUNs going on, a lot of allegations backwards and forwards, child. So as, of course, this drama plays out for the public, Claudia Jordan has entered the group chat. And shout out to Claudia, child. You guys know that Claudia, Dustin, and Carlos King do a review show over on Carlos King's YouTube channel. Okay, so they do reviews of Housewives, etc. I think they just had Dr. Heavenly on the show, who was speaking to, you know, some of her drama with the castmates and some drama going on around her son being arrested, etc. Girl. So shout out to Carlos and Dustin and Claudia over there. Well, while they were reviewing Housewives in this episode, Claudia Jordan had clocked some tea about Brit Eady. She also had kind of, you know, put out some soft claims about this alleged insurance business that Brit Eady allegedly have, which has come under fire by other commenters, etc., of people, you know, claiming and kind of exposing that there's been some shady business as it relates to Brit Eady's insurance business. Matter of fact, let me see if I actually have this, because let me see if I sent this to myself. Let me see if I sent what I'm looking for to myself. I want to say I did. But maybe I didn't. Hold on, y'all. Y'all thumbs up. Let me see if I sent this to myself. I'm going to see if I see, because I saw a clip of somebody doing a breakdown. It was a guy doing a breakdown, child. Let me see. FYI. FYI, this case is for any state licensed real estate. It says your life requires a just cause the investigation that I had two. What is the cause? Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Y'all just thumbs up, child. It's a lot going on. Let me see if I sent this to myself. I want to say I sent it to myself. Oh, here we go. I did send it to myself. Okay, girl, I'm so nosy. I'm so nosy, child. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to play Claudia's talking points from the Carlos King show, and then I'm going to pull up this guy who had some interesting commentary on the situation as well. So check out this, courtesy of Miss Twitter and the things. Turn up your microphones, all that good jazz. Let's get into it. Let me pull up my fair use, child. All right, let me scoop this old nasty piece of camera over a little bit, child. Oh my God. Girl, let me tell you something. The gag is the Kenya Moore Brit Eady storyline really saved this damn season, because it ain't nothing going on over there on Housewives, child. Nothing going on, child. So I hope they had cut Kenya and Brit a big check, child, for you know, coming in to the season swinging and banging like they did. All right, check this out.
So before you get all panties in a bunch, Brit, I don't like you on the show. I think you bring very much ghetto energy. I can't take your very nasally sounding nose, the way you talk. It's just like, whoever did that, please open up those nasal passages. It's too much. Like, it's like, how does your husband's a saint? I don't like you anymore. The way you bucked him. How we are protecting Angela Oakley and at all costs, by all means. Okay. The way Angela didn't even ask me anything that was negative or mean. She said, I'm a broker too. Like, how does that happen? And I did my research. Well, a little bit of research. There's a LinkedIn page for Brit and her company that she was doing her insurance stuff with, right? And I contacted a real estate agent and also someone that is in the mortgage brokerage business, Brit Eady. According to her LinkedIn page, she was with Allstate full time, and that was from January of 2020 to April of 2023, 3 years and 4 months. So it says that she's been done doing it. So I don't know if she lost her license from this incident or she just, I don't know. And I also talked to someone that said, I said, so can you lose your license for, is there like clauses for personal behavior and all that kind of stuff? Like, what do they call those?
Morality clause.
Morality clauses.
My friend that did my loan said, no, there are strippers that do all kinds of OnlyFans, all that kind of stuff that have these licenses that they don't lose their job. So that is bullshit. They said she would lose her license for financial crimes, fraud, things of that matter. Not if, and think how fast it happened, right? We are all just seeing the episode now. This happened when it happened. So you mean to tell me between that, the Kenya Moore hair care event and then what, a month later, your company knew about this big scandal that was at a private event and you lost your license? I think she's playing the victim card extra hard now. Like she sees an opening. She tried to come for the queen in her mind. That didn't really pan out the way she thought. She got read down and made to look like erratic. So now let me play this victim card thing. And do you see how her mother was looking at her when she was telling her story? Her mother was looking like, then at the end, she realized, oh, I'm on TV. Yeah, that girl, because you're pretty. You know, they hate on you because you're pretty, girl. But I looked at her mother's face. Go back. Her mother was like, here we go again. That's what I got. That's what I got from that. But
to be fair.
Okay, my God, girl. So, girl, Claudia kind of unloaded the extendo clip, girl. She got into her investigative journalism bag, child, and just started pressing them keys on her keyboard, baby. Okay, and found some very unbecoming things, child. Okay, she claims that Brit Eady seemed to have alley-ooped and used the Kenya Moore drama situation on Housewives to excuse the issues behind her licensing, when that isn't the case, because the issues around her licensing took place way before this episode aired. And then she also, feels like Brit is, ratcheting up the place, child. Now, to that point, you guys know we've been covering this drama between Kenya Moore and Brit from the beginning. A lot of fans feel like Brit Eady is ghettoing up the joint, girl. Okay? That in the worse than Nene, girl, the ghettoing up the set. A lot of people feel like Brit Eady is more kind of loving hip hop more so than she is Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of people feel like Brit and her quick weave are bringing down the property value over there, at the Atlanta gates. And I see some comments now saying, Claudia's clout chasing. Claudia is not clout chasing. Claudia is being a commentator. I mean, the king of reality TV himself, has a whole show reviewing the show. Is Carlos King clout chasing? I mean, they're commentators. They're giving their review. This is what they do. They're in the business. They're hosts. They're producers. They're stars themselves. So, no one better to speak to how these things work than, the alums and icons themselves, the TV child. But to Claudia's point, a lot of people feel that way about Brit. And since the episode has aired,
you get all panties in a bunch, Brit,
and since,
I don't like you on the show. I think you bring very much.
What the fuck? Oh, and since the episode has aired, Brit has been getting chewed up for referencing her GUN. Now, you guys know we keep it fair and we allow the pendulum girl to swing backwards and forwards. So, we played the clip of Kenya Moore also referencing her GUN on a few seasons back of Housewives during her drama with Faye Faye. Okay? And Kenya Moore wasn't fired. She wasn't reprimanded for, showing that she actually had a Glock. She actually had a GUN. and made reference that if she needed to stand her ground and to mutually combat against Phaedra Parks, who can't, according to Cynthia, win a case, then she would, child. So to Bravo's fairness, they kept it fair and kept it even with Brit Eady. They didn't reprimand Kenya when she did it. They didn't reprimand Brit when she did it. But apparently Brit was reprimanded. She just wasn't fired. And by reprimanded, it seems as though there was an investigation into the claims, and come to find out, Brit did not have a GUN on her persons. And as I had told you guys in a previous live stream, all the ladies at the event had been searched coming into the event. So they also knew that Brit did not physically have a Glock in her person. So it was literally just rhetoric and hyperbole, okay? She was just being hyperbolic. Now, things about to get interesting, because when this clip of Claudia's commentary started circulating and percolating, girl, you guys know the internet is undamn defeated. So they pulled clips from a show that Carlos King produced a few years ago called The 15, which also featured Claudia, but also featured Jennifer Williams from the Basketball Wives. And during the reunion for the 15s, Claudia decided to match energy with Jennifer, who had been slut-shaming her and hoe-shaming her and grape-shaming her throughout the season, both on screen and behind the scenes, by reminding Jennifer that she should be the last one to talk about the mileage on anybody else's punani, because hold on, okay, why my stuff acting a fool here? Hold on, y'all. Because Jennifer was allegedly out there sending her nudes to Michael Jordan, and which is passing that cooch around to the highest bidding. Remember when Jennifer had the nude scandal, girl? Okay, I think not only did this play out on the 15, remember it. Maybe this was a separate nude scandal that played out also, remember, on Basketball Wives. Remember Royce and Jennifer was getting into it on the earlier season of Basketball Wives, and Royce had brought up Jennifer's nudes and all of this and all of that. Okay, so girl, apparently Jennifer really be out there, girl, putting that pussy out on the farmer's market, child. Okay, I mean, and Claudia clocked her on it. So fans resurfaced and repurposed this clip, which is captioned by a user named Pocket. Of course, Claudia doesn't see Brit as a victim because she did the same thing. Exposed explicit pictures in revenge, ironically, on Carlos King's show. All right, check this out.
Complimentary. You want to go to the internet? You want to talk about me? The whole show, your whole storyline is how much of a hoe I am. Well, I did my own little Google search once on you, and guess what I found?
I don't care what you found, Claudia.
I'm sure you would not care about what I found. This is your spread open on the internet that you were sending to a married...
Is that my face?
Oh, God. There's your face right there.
Claudia,
to a married basketball player.
Is
and
that
you want to call someone a hoe. So when you want to Google search, make sure your house
is that my
clean.
face? It's not... Claudia,
those glass should not...
It's fine. I have no...
Or not.
I don't deny it.
You gotta fix them, boo.
I don't deny
Tiffany,
it.
can you get her on box? Maybe she'll get another check, and then she could make those cards. So don't come at me with the and I will come at you back.
Baby, I don't even know why these girls even come for Claudia, girl. Claudia is always going to drag down Boots, girl. I think Claudia Jordan was a gay man in her previous life, girl, okay? Because she got an anointing on her, baby. You shade Claudia, Claudia gonna throw the whole palm tree, okay? Now, what's interesting about this clip is that Jennifer couldn't even stand in it. Initially, she tried to deny that that was, you know, her lion, tigers, and bears that was on Claudia's phone. She was like, is my face in it? Is my face in it? But then when Claudia showed another slide, showed the full body image, and Jennifer's face was in it, Jennifer was like, well, I ain't gonna lie about it. I ain't gonna, girl, I was fucking hollering. Now, as much as this may appear like a contradiction, like how is Claudia going to call out Brit, and Claudia did the same thing that her friend Kenya did as well, there's a bit more context to this. A lot of this, in terms of context, also played out on the 15s, but there was a lot of behind the scenes context that did not air on the show. So if you guys don't remember, Jennifer came on to the 15th for whatever reason, just hating hard on Claudia out of the gate. She just had a thorn up her ass. Well, we found out why Jennifer Williams had a thorn up her ass, and it was because she was actually at the time dating Claudia Jordan's ex-husband. Claudia Jordan divorced her ex-husband because he's just a shitty guy and he's a goddamn scammer. What's fascinating about Claudia Jordan's ex being an alleged scammer and then Jennifer Williams ending up with that scammer is that this is like the third man that Jennifer has conveniently picked that is connected to scamming. You started dating Claudia Jordan's ex-husband, who allegedly is a scammer, which is one of the reasons why Claudia left him. Then remember, she was dating the guy from Sweetie Pie, who is a convicted felon now, who had his nephew from the Sweetie Pie reality show murdered. Okay? He went down for conspiracy, for fraud. You know, remember, he was trying to take out all type of life insurances and shit out on his mama. And remember, the mama house was ramshacked and robbed. And, you know, even though he never got charged for that, putting two and two together, we know he was connected to that as well. Anybody who can have their own nephew unalived in exchange for an insurance policy, which he was found to also be illegally trying to facilitate behind his nephew's back, is definitely somebody who would hurt their own damn mama. Then remember, there was another guy who Jennifer ended up dating right after the Sweetie Pie guy. That guy had allegedly stole her car, stole her truck, and there was all this mess and hoopla and blah, blah, blah. And then she ends up with fucking Christian Keys, who's now being investigated by the feds for fraud, for running a Ponzi scheme that have multiple lawsuits against him. She's literally been with 4 now different scammers. And it does beg the question, bitch, is Jennifer a scammer? It's just like, cause baby, ain't nobody got this much precise bad luck, girl. This is very accurate bad luck, girl. This is the girl, Jennifer out there sniping. She's sniffing out the scammers, girl. It's giving off a pheromone at this point, girl. Ain't no way in hell. Girl, they say 3 times the charm. So what is it, girl, when you on your 4th booster? And remember, nobody knows where Jennifer's wealth really comes from, child. Nobody can really speak for her earnings, girl. So it's giving something, child. Now, more context. Because Jennifer was involved with Claudia Jordan's ex-husband at the time that Jennifer came on to the show, Jennifer came on already hot and heavy for Claudia. Y'all know how women get with a man involved, even though Claudia's ex was a thing of the past. Claudia was impressed. Jennifer was trying to establish her dominance just because she knew she was on a show with a woman who had already had her man. But in the words of Tony Braxton, baby, he wasn't man enough for Claudia, girl. What are you thinking, Jennifer? What were you thinking, Miss Jennifer? Miss Jennifer, do I need to read back the lyrics of He Wasn't Man Enough to You, sis? Let me go ahead and run those lyrics. Hold on. Wasn't man enough Girl. Claudia asked you, Jennifer, who do you think I am? Don't you know that he was my man? But I chose to let him go. So why do you act like I still care about him? Looking at me like I'm hurt, girl, when I'm the one who said I didn't want it to work. Don't you forget I had him first? What you thinking, Jen? Stop blaming me. He wasn't man enough for me. And if you don't know, well, now here's the chance. Because, girl, as you can see, and as you already know, I've already had your man. Do you wonder just where he's been? Yeah. Don't be worried about him. Because now it's time you know the truth. I think he's just the man for you. Now that I think about it, girl. Okay, baby. So Jennifer came on hot and motherfucking heavy, girl. With a dildo up her ass for Claudia for some reason. So, of course, throughout the whole season, Claudia was every type of hold this, hold that, hold this, hold that. Had this imaginary tension and beef with Claudia, girl. Claudia going out of her way to just, keep it cool because she really ain't come on the show to do that. Now, remember, the 15 also followed Jennifer Williams being emasculated by Evelyn Lozada on Basketball Wives. So between dating Claudia's ex and then coming on to a show with Claudia, and also being emasculated, girl, and being defeminized on Basketball Wives, I guess Jennifer just felt she had to find an outlet and a target to prove that she ain't no pushover and to prove that, she had a voice and that she had a spinal cord. So she chose to, for whatever reason, well, not for whatever reason, the reasons are very obvious, girl, to target Miss Claudia. Now, when Jennifer started all this whole shit, she a hoe, she a pass around, she a hoe, da. Claudia had a whole conversation with Jen, okay? Told Jen where and why that label bothers Claudia so bad, because Claudia, as she shared here on the platform last January in our interview, if you guys didn't get a chance to see that, please check out me and Claudia's interview from January of 2024, girl. You really got to know Claudia in that interview. She really opened up about her life, her background, and she shared to Jennifer what she shared with us last year on YouTube, which was that she is a great survivor. Okay? She was great. And she was blamed for the grape. Her mom put her out. She ended up getting pregnant from the grape. She had to have an abortion. Her mom deflected, from blaming the guy to finding fault in Claudia. This all happened to her when she was 18 years of age. So because Claudia had been through a very traumatizing experience when it comes to men and when it comes to, being labeled this way, which her experience was being labeled this way in an attempt to prevent the man from finding fault. You guys know how the pappies and the mammies of the black community do, girl. It don't matter how old the female victim is. It don't matter how wrong the man was. The mammies and the pappies of the community will call the girl fast, find some way to blame her. Oh, what she was wearing. What type of signals was you giving to this man? Will do everything but hold the perpetrator and the abuser accountable for what he did. So because this was a part of Claudia's trauma experience, Claudia has a trigger when it comes to that label, because that label has been weaponized against her at a very vulnerable time in her life where she was actually the victim of circumstances and situations. She had put Jennifer aside when Jennifer started with all this shit and coming with all this fever for her on the show. Told Jennifer, look, I don't like when you do that. you know, if you need to address me, if you got a problem with me, let's just hash it out like women and ask them, because we grown at the end of the day. Okay, we capable, we're resourceful, girl. We got the capabilities of it all. And she had let Jennifer in on the fact that, you know, she had been a survivor of rape, etc., and why that particular label triggers her so much. Do y'all know that Jennifer ass acted like she was and like they could squash it, only to turn her ass around and go right back into those confessionals, gaslighting Claudia by referring to her as a hoe, and also went and had a whole conversation with the guys on the show about what Claudia had shared with her, and had this kind of like cavalier, like she telling me about her grape experience, like this whole off-putting energy when she referred to the conversation and the context of the conversation. So, because Jennifer has spent her entire season and time on the show picking and prodding and attempting to bully and have a non-existent issue with Claudia and call her ho, 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 even knowing that that label was connected to something very traumatic in her life, by the time they got to the motherfucking reunion, baby, Claudia gathered and completed her ass by reminding her, baby, that when you go to use that word on me, I want you to make sure that you know that at the very least, there's two of us, baby. Okay? In that box together, girl. While you out here trying to clock me down, while you out here trying to put a jacket on me, girl, can we talk about the very nude jacket you had on and that you were passing around to alleged married men and other celebrity men, girl, in a attempt to keep your 15 minutes an extended stay? All right? Now, once again, I ain't condoning the behavior of it all. Okay? I think it's unfortunate that both women, you know, had to take it there. But I just want to make it very clear that in the Claudia versus Jennifer match off and war off, girl, this is what you call like equal blow for blow. Jennifer was slut shaming Claudia, grape shaming her, and Claudia turned around and matched energy exactly. Okay? A mess. The show was damn good though, y'all. The 15 minutes was motherfucking good, girl. It had our girl New York on it. It had the other guy who was on The Real World, Cameo or Camaro or Chameleon, whatever the hell his name is, girl. Okay, it was good, girl. Had Benzino on the show, and that's another gag that Jennifer Williams was laying down with Claudia's leftovers and sloppy seconds, but also, according to Word on the Curb, Jennifer was fucking on Benzino, who was also a castmate on the 15. So it's the projection of it all for me, girl. Karamo. Thank you, y'all. Karamo, girl. How you laying it low and spreading it wide with Claudia's sloppy seconds and her leftovers, girl? And then you was allegedly also dragging that sweet puss across Benzino, girl, and his leftover bones. Make it make sense. And you let Claudia's ex put you up to trolling Claudia throughout the whole season, only to leave your ass high and dry too? We now know that Jennifer is a reprobate, baby. She can't be helped, baby. Okay? She one of the ones who can't be saved, my God. Okay? We see what she going through now, child. Who she parading around with now, girl. Okay? She about to fuck around and be doing a 10 to 20 in an orange jumpsuit right in a co-ed facility with her new damn nigga, baby. Okay? just dim-witted and dizzy as all hell. So for those of you who just needed context to the drama of it all going on between Claudia and Jennifer at that time, girl, that was the energy, girl. It was a slut shame for slut shame, girl. You know, it was equal machete for equal machete, equal AK-47 for equal AK-47, girl. It was a matching of the energy of it all. All right, now, things are also cranking all the way up because, wait a minute, before we get there, the claims that Claudia made on Brit Eady having, you know, some suspect business practices. There's another person on Instagram who kind of did a little bit of a deep dive into those claims. And this is what he discovered in his nosiness, child. Check this out.
Sure what happened here, but there was another poster board that really stood out to me that was not shown. Do you guys remember when this all went down and people that were at this event were leaking photos from the situation? And there was a photo here of a poster board that said insurance fraud ho, and then there's some text and some article. You obviously can't read it, but last night's episode, we see Angela kind of call out Brit, not for lying so much, but asking her, well, why would they just take your license away without cause? What was the cause? And then obviously we saw her snap, but essentially we know that she doesn't have her insurance agency anymore. And in fact, she was with Allstate under, you know, their umbrella for 3 years before she ended up selling that agency. And now she has a whole agency, as she calls it, called Jumpstart or Agency Jumpstart. It's basically a masterclass on how you can be a successful insurance agent, owner, whatever, by following her blueprint. And you guys know I'm very nosy. You guys know this. So I went through and I dug through the entire website. I went through disclaimers, refund policy, went through all the bits. I did everything except buy this masterclass. And here are all the major red flags. And I'm going to say this up front. Don't ever buy anyone's course, okay? Don't. Most of the time, the things that are in those courses you can find online. You just got to do a little bit more digging. But if you really want to learn, the information is out there. Now let's get into this website and all the red flags. So first thing that stood out to me, this entire website, everything about this masterclass is so super vague. No clear outline of any of the deliveries, of the formats or modules or any of that stuff. So essentially the user has no way of assessing the value of this product before opening their wallets. Red flag number 2, no verified reviews or testimonials, not even any fake ones from any of her friends. I mean, no students have bought your course yet. I mean, I think this website opened in 2023 or something. At least that's when the disclaimer was written. And there's no social proof, nobody, not even a Facebook group, nothing. There is a very much heavy reliance on her personal success, although she doesn't really map out what those actually are. So here's what I'm going to say. If you actually want to be an insurance agent or own your own agency, if you just contact State Farm, Allstate, Nationwide, any of them, they have programs where they will essentially teach you everything you need to know and then help you open your agency for free. It's very limited contact information on there, so it's very vague. There's no phone number, there's no physical address, and it comes off more like a sales funnel website rather than an actual like educational platform, because they use these buzzwords like once in a lifetime opportunity and get my secret sauce. There's not even any real educational credentials as she's listed. And I know she went to college, so at the very least you could put that in there, or at least talk about your experiences when you had your own agency as an insurance agent. But this is the best part. Strictly no refunds, guys. That's right. You're not gonna be able to see anything about how the course works until you buy it. But if you get in there and realize this is all stuff I could have Googled, well, too bad, so sad. And if you buy into any of her subscription models and you try it out for 2 days and you're like, this has no value, well, you're still going to be stuck paying the entire month. There's no prorated refunds either. And in the disclaimer, These are also red flags. They are saying we have zero accountability for anything you see in there, or if the links that we have to other places to give you the information and they do something shady, we are not responsible, so don't come over here. And I have not seen any type of press or any type of media surrounding this company, whatever it is. So again, I wonder, is this going to be a theme throughout the season? Is this where the ladies start to pick up on maybe there's something off about this girl?
Wow.
I'm not sure what happened here.
Wow, girl. So to further corroborate what Claudia said, child, I mean, girl, the people are lining Brit ass up, girl. They are lining Brit Eady's ass the hell up, child. Wow. And as you guys can see here, Claudia is actually in the chat because the Neighborhood Talk posted it, and Claudia says, told y'all. And a lot of people are like, yes, girl, you sure damn did. You called it. Thank you for not being afraid to keep it real, CJ. We definitely believe you. Another person says, and did. Someone else said, you just said that on your new show. Oh, my God. Girl, okay? So the people going on and on, girl. Someone else says, woo, Brit is that girl. I see why everybody is posting her. She's the star. Oh, my God. Delusional, girl. Delusional. Okay? Someone else says that Brit got the people in a tizzy. Someone else said she's a beard girl because it's looking like Brit got her own version of a rental boyfriend, girl. The people saying it's giving Walter from season 7, child, or 6, wherever the hell Kenya had brought Walter ass on, girl, is giving rental tease. They're saying her man is giving very much so LGBT, child. I don't know nothing about that. I did see the clip in question, but y'all know, I believe in all type of variations of heterosexuality, child, from the softest to the most monkey chest banging, 50 Cent gunning, backseat slapping fire, serving a life sentence for multiple homicide masculinity, child. Okay, I think masculinity falls with order spectrum. So I'm gonna just keep my lips off of whether Brit is indeed a bid or not. So, girl, all of that is going the hell's on. Now, let me see real quick what this is I got up here. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Now, Kenya Moore is going to be on her YouTube channel tomorrow. She's going to be trying to hold on to what's remaining of her 15 minutes. And she's going to be telling her truth. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard this Friday, girl, okay? So she posted this to her Instagram and said, quote, these are my confessions. They've had plenty to say. Now it's my turn. This Friday on YouTube, I'm addressing the mess, the rumors, and the real story. Oh, and I have the receipts unfiltered, all right? Check out her self-made Marshall child. Everybody got a YouTube channel. Yes, God.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding to the back like that. What's that on a beat, bro? Beat, oh, he a beat, bro. Man, down, calling ambulance. Tell him breathe. Let them boys get across, they walk around like thieves. What's up with these Antonio?
Oh, no.
And Kenya better motherfucking bring it, y'all. Because, the last time Kenya claimed she was going to be dropping some explosive tea, girl, and she was going to be coming on and gathering the gals, and she was going to be, locked and loaded. She was going to shake the damn table, girl. She shook all the damn nothing but the damn light switch off in that spot and tore her ass on home and wasted everybody's time. All right, so y'all better snapshot her description, girl, of what Friday Night supposed to give to remind her. It's supposed to be a receipt-filled, explosive tell all side of yours. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my breath, girl. You know, I ain't holding my breath. I ain't anticipating it, girl. We done been down this road with Kenya, girl, and her fake tell-alls. But she claims she got receipts. I want to know what damn receipt she's speaking about. And I honestly just want to know what side is she claiming, because she already spoke to the situation early on. And all she did was take us on a damn tour through her then closed creator space and said, girl, that she's been falsely accused, falsely identified, etc., girl, only for her ass to fuck around and find out that Housewives had the damn receipts in question. My God, today. So this is going to be interesting. Clearly the ladies are going to be dragging us out for the rest of the season. And to be honest, girl, Bravo was probably better off just suspending Kenya than firing her ass for the rest of the season, because even not being on the show, Kenya is continuing, girl, to give unto the show, child. She's continuing, girl, to provide the things to the show. So she might as well should have just been suspended instead of sat the fuck down. And do I believe that Kenya is permanently fired? No. I think Bravo is going to give Brit maybe one more season just to make sure she don't fuck around and sue their ass. And then they going to let her ass go. And then they going to slowly implement Kenya back into the show, girl. They're more than likely going to have her come back as a friend of the show, do a soft entry, and then by the following season, she'll have a whole peach. Okay? So, this is very, very fascinating. Will y'all be tuning in, child? Hey, Auntie Trish, I told the people to keep you in light and love because you're going through some transitions right now. So the Conscious Crew, baby, we praying for you. And we sending you light and love. And if you need anything, you let us know, Auntie Trish. Also, shout out to my boo Styles by Stevie, you guys. Follow my boo over on Instagram. Me and the doll will be interviewing, honey. She has invited the king back to her palace. Okay? So, we'll be interviewing next Tuesday. We're going to be loud, live, and in color on Instagram, girl. Y'all know I will post the links and everything so you guys can join us. So, Miss Stevie can get all up in my damn business, grill. Okay? It's been a long time coming, child. I think me and Miss Stevie interviewed a few years back, so we got a lot to catch up on. There's a lot that's happened in the world, child. So we're going to get into all the things, other things, all right? So, with that being what it is, what time is it? Oh, no, yeah. I was going to drop the link, but you know what? I'll be pushing it. We got to get together, girl, for this 8 p.m. show. It's going to be a lot going on in this 8 p.m. show, child. Let me post a link in the comment section for you guys. All right. And once again, if you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys enjoyed the things, you guys already know what to do. Honey, Cash App, and PayPal that thing down to the ground. Let me post. You guys already know what to do. All right. Hold on. Let me post the link to the 8 p.m. show, you guys. We're going to have a special guest in the first segment of the show. Yes, God. Yes, we love Stevie over here, child. An incredible content creator, advocate. Girl, you get it all with Miss Stevie, honey. The looks, the fashion, the aesthetics, baby. Okay, she just does it all, child. Okay, she like the female version of me. Okay, all-purpose ass bad bitch. All right, I just dropped the link, you guys, to the 8 o'clock show. So check that out. You guys, thumbs up, thumbs up. Tell me what you guys think about the shenanigans of an all grill. Okay. How y'all think this going in? And are y'all looking forward to Kenya Moore's Friday night YouTube tell-all on her platform regarding her side, child? In the meantime, I'll see you guys in an hour. Love you all and good riddance. Bye.